Hey guys, welcome back to Stuff and Things for your daily dose of nerd news. On today's episode, we're going to take a look at another example of scientists telling us what we should and shouldn't eat, getting tired of it, and we may need to rethink a bit about the origins of life here on Earth. So first up for today, it seems like this week is the week of scientists telling us what we should be stuffing in our mouths and what we shouldn't be. No. Stop it, science! A study from the Center for Research in Epidemiology and Population Health in Paris looked at over 66,000 women and determined that by decreasing the amount of meat and other such things in your diet and increasing the amount of fruits and vegetables, you'd actually reduce your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Apparently, according to them, it's all about acids. They gave PROW, or potential renal acid load, scores to all the women based on what their diets contain. The scores would fluctuate up or even apparently minuses. And of course the worst scores went to the women who did have the meats in their diets, various types of red meats, fish, eggs, anything like that. Apparently increased the acid load in your body, which seems linked to development of diabetes. Moving along, whenever I think about the origins of life on Earth, I always picture some sort of bubbling goo that's been heated from magma or something. I mean, let's probably just think that Darwin, because that's what he quoted himself, and Star Trek, because that last episode of Next Generation sticks his hand in the goo. It's weird. Anyways, we all think about it, the whole something hot forming the basic proteins that eventually led to ribonucleic acids and led to deoxyribonucleic acids and led to everything that we know as life here on Earth. Turns out that actually could be a little bit different than we were thinking, because according to some people from Cambridge, it might actually involve a much cooler environment. Researchers from Cambridge came up with the theory that life would have actually required quite cooler, actually sub-zero temperatures to actually get started. They started with the assumption that all life started originally with RNA, mainly because it is a much more flexible, versatile unit of transferring. Even though it is just a single strand, it just can adapt itself to much more situations. It can form chemical enzymes. It can do a lot of things that DNA can't do. Of course, it does have its own limitations. It can't actually copy a strand as long as itself. But they did find that with a specific enzyme at sub-zero temperatures, it could make strands that were similar in length to itself. Now, with those frozen strands cased in ice, and then that would thaw, and then reform again and thaw, and through all the break-in processing, you would spread the RNA, and it would do its thing and form other enzymes and go on to be glorious and wonderful. The same thing would not be able to happen in a hot environment. The RNA would not be able to achieve with that enzyme the same results. But of course, that's all theories. Who knows if we're ever going to be in a position where we can actually test such things. I mean, I guess we could discover a planet, then it would be under similar conditions to Earth, and then we could just watch it for like a few billion years. That's going to be all for me today, guys, and that brings me to what I want to know from you, and that would actually be in regards to the whole diet thing. Do you think we're ever going to get to a point where there's going to be a general consensus on what we should and shouldn't eat? Or, what I think is more likely, we're just going to keep going down the same road until eventually science is just like, you know what, we got nanobots, they'll just regulate everything. You don't even have to worry. That's what I think will happen, because we're probably never going to get an answer anytime soon. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, if you like what you've seen, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons where I'm happy to be. And we'll check you in the next video.